All right, guys, welcome. Just coming over from the Savannah Easton and Francisco match. Savannah guarantees her spot in the hot seat. Should have Constantine jumping on here in a second, the tournament director for the 680 and under. And he is back.
Yeah, I forgot my passcode, Jeff. So
Gotta remember once they enter the score, it automatically shuts down the stream. So you only
I might tell on our next match. I might tell them not to hit submit scores so the chat can keep going because I know people like talking about stuff, whatever. But thus, here we are, Gary ONOMORA from Good Times Billiards playing George ROTHROCK from Alabama. He did not call that 10, I don't believe. It's possible.
I don't either, and it looks like that. I was going to say it looks like that cue ball may have gone behind the spot, but not quite enough to block that 5. I'm going to step away for just a minute. I got to check on my daughter.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to call this next match. We'll be right back. Well done. I can wait if you want me to. If you want to get something to eat. No, it's up to you. I mean, usually what I'll do is I'll ask them if they want to take a break. Okay. But I would say you're going to play it soon after. Francisco, do you need a break or are you ready to go? You need a break before your next match? Are you ready to play now? All right, about to start on table 3 is going to be Francisco Garcia Alvarez versus Bruno Mejas. The winner of that goes to the third, fourth place match. Lucas Taylor is waiting on the loser of this match that you're watching right now. Nice shot by George there. He's pretty solidly in. He's on the rail, but it's not too tough, especially for a player of his caliber. So George and his wife drove here from Alabama and made a little bit of a vacation. His wife Elena is a wonderful person and been communicating with me and came out here. He had a really, really, really close match where he was losing and against Bruno Mejas, who's playing Francisco now on table 3. If anybody wants to tune into that, and Bruno missed a shot, and then it was Hill, and George came back, and that's here we are. And now he's cruising against Gary ONOMORA, who is a great player, who I've been watching him. He's not necessarily out of sync or playing bad. It's just George is, getting the rolls and also playing well. Winner of this goes on to play Savannah Easton in the hot seat match. Loser plays Lucas Taylor. Yeah, it's a long haul from Alabama to Vegas. But Elena said they were looking at some other things and just, having a fun little road trip. When I moved to Vegas, I drove here from Savannah, Georgia, via Virginia first. Nice shot from George. Is he going to clear to see this 3? He is not, I don't think. He can clumb off the bottom long rail there and clip it, or he can do a 1-0 from the right short rail. I think he's looking at the first option. Try to just clip it and have the cue ball come back and just kind of go this way. Probably the best option. I didn't see if he called that, but I think he did. Yeah, Diane Westfall, she was a pleasure to talk to. She would always say, I'm sorry to ask you another question. I'm just like, yeah, that's what I'm here for. So she had a bunch of questions, and it was fun. She was super nice to deal with. It's all you can hope for in the pool world. George, a quiet, methodical guy, hasn't said much, but he's been very polite. That didn't work out, and he's going to scratch. So now Gary's going to have ball in hand and a good opportunity here. 5 to the 6 is probably the toughest ball on the table. Gary's going to take a quick bathroom break. Be back in a second. Gary's on a quick break. I'll let him know. Gary took a quick bathroom break, and George took the opportunity to take a quick smoke break, and he'll be back in a second, and then we'll be off to the races. Last time I was in Alabama, we were doing my sister lived in Savannah, and we ended up just deciding to drive to Alabama, and we went to I think Huntington, Huntsville, and we went to the Rocket Museum. That was super cool. All right, George is back, and we're back. So Gary's probably going to just line up straight for this 5, draw back for the 6. Hit it good. I don't think he's going to have any trouble with this 9. So we're down to 6 players. A little bit of a wonky angle here, but nothing Gary can't handle pretty easily. He's just going to come back here. A little bit of slight stun draw for this 9. Which he has done, except for shot it a little differently. So Gary with a much needed win here, because it was starting to get out of hand. So Gary with the dry break there, but George with nothing to hit. Obviously, he's got a push here. I don't think he could hit this if he really wanted to. I don't think Efren Reyes could hit this if he really wanted to. So what to do here? Gary could just tap this 1 and send it off towards that 9, try to use the 3 as a blocker. He could graze the 1 and go past the 6. That is a less amiable shot, but it looks like he might be doing that. There's no really offensive play. Oh, he went into the 6. That's a good shot, I think, but he might. George probably can see this 1, and he does have a potential 110 combo. Not a high probability shot, not easy, but it's there. George thinking about what to do here. Like I said, the 110 is makeable, but it's not easy, especially coming off a rail. Also, the angle he'd have to hit the 1. There's a potential he could go into the corner pocket. Make sure to whack a like on the stream. Help promote and support GRIFF'S and all the great stuff they do in EvoSports. George is calling the 10. He's got to be careful because he's coming off the rail. He's going to have follow on it. He could come off this 1 and scratch, but he knows that, so he might have to angle down on it and pop it, which is exactly what he's doing. Ten ball went flying. Gary can see the 1. A couple different ways he can try to get on this too. He could power draw it back. I don't think he's going to do that. He's probably just going to cheat the pocket a little bit, bring it up to where that 5 is. That's a little tough though. He might decide to power draw back to that top long rail. He could hit it with follow and go. I guess he could. He can go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 rails. He could do that. But I think I like coming back here. This is probably. Let's see. He's drawing, so. No, he did the second option and he hit it perfectly. So only real issue, I wouldn't really call it an issue. Hardest thing is to transition from the 5 to the 7, maybe, but not that tough. Should be a pretty standard rack for Gary here. Jeff Gray, you're back.
Yeah, my daughter woke up. I had to get her situated for a few minutes, so I got a little bit of time, and then I'll have to bounce. I'll come back for some later matches.
Sounds good. Gary won the last rack, Jeff. He's a little straight on this 5, not where he wanted to be, obviously, but he pushes us forward for the 7. It's not the end of the world. Looks like he's hitting a withdrawal, though. Just stop shot. Yeah, he wasn't comfortable with a lot of parts of that shot.
That's uncharacteristic miss from Gary.
Yeah, for sure. George did not want to get around that 8, but he did. He's okay as far as not being jacked up, so he's fine.
So it looks like from here he's got a slight angle on this 8. I'm wondering if you could draw this back to the opposite side of the 9 where he's standing now. Or possibly right back where he's at.
Elsewhere, Bruno Mejas is up 2-1 versus Francisco Alvarez Garcia. George with a tough shot there. Not a ton of options here. He's just probably going to graze this. He can play the right side of it. He's going to play the left side and just kind of try to use the 10 as a blocker. That's really his best option. She is done. Gary's going to have to one rail kick this in most likely. I don't see another viable option for him. He's looking at all the different ways, though. I got to go watch a hit.
Yep. So it looks like you can make this and just draw it down below the 10 ball. A little bit low inside. He should come right down below that 10. Oh. Opts for the other side. That'll work too. All right, unfortunate scratch on the break here. Looks like he'll be drawn straight backed. When you step away, you might want to mute the microphone because it picks up all that background noise.
Oh, okay. Copy that. Apologies to everybody for the background noise.
Getting pretty crowded in there?
Not yet, but I mean, we are going to run a chip tournament today as well, so it's going to get crowded. Nice shot by Gary here. Not much to think about. Just drift this in. Gary got third place in the Andy Mercer one year, which is an incredibly tough tournament. And he's played in a couple U.S. Opens. I mean, he's been around the block. Dry break from Gary. Straight in shot on the one. George is in good shape right now.
You may hear something in the back. My daughter just wandered into my office, so I'm going to set her up on her tablet. I'll be right back.
Hey, Dad. Got it. Good angle here from George. Just going to draw back here. Make sure he leaves himself enough on this 3 ball to come back on the 4. There aren't really any other problem challenges here. 4 to the 5 is pretty simple. Might be a little too much angle, but nothing he can't handle. Probably just going to hit this a little inside and clear that 8-7. Not an easy shot, but certainly doable for someone like George. Yeah, that's a tough shot, especially when you're playing that slow. So Gary with a break here for sure. I would have expected George to be out on that one. Getting on this 5 is no easy task. He's got to probably come around it. The 4 ball's dug in pretty deep. But I like hitting it on the left with a little bit of left and just kind of coming center table and leaving yourself a tougher shot, but just to make sure to get there. Otherwise, you can muddy up and get involved with it. That's a smarter way to play it. That's why Gary's the better player. He didn't make it too complicated. Eric Isenena, who's a 740 player. He used to live in Vegas. I think he lives in Texas now. And he once told me he's just like, just move as little as possible on a bar box. Don't try to overcomplicate it. Gary looking good right now. Winner of this goes on to play Savannah Easton in the hot seat match. Loser will play Lucas Taylor for the 5th, 6th place match. Or the difference between 5th, 6th, and 4th.
Man, looks like I leave and Gary starts pocketing balls.
Yeah. Well, George missed a tough kind of a cut with English. Gave Gary an opportunity. So. As soon as the match on table 2 is done, I'm gonna probably block off table 3. Well, we'll be down to 1 table soon afterwards. I'm gonna rope everything off soon.
What are you going to play? What table are you playing the finals on?
3. We're blocking off 13, 2, and 4. So nobody will bother them. They are going to be running a chip tournament, but Frisbee will run that on the back tables. What's up, One Way My Way? How goes it? Yeah, Gary was looking pretty grim in this match, and he was just nothing was going his way, but he's battled back, and George made a couple of costly mistakes. And we have a much more tense match. Not tense, but competitive.
Yeah, Gary does not give up. He will fight
No.
until the last ball. So some people get down and they get I'm one of them, get a psychological mindset of, hey, I've been beat and want to get it over with, but he fights on.
I've considered just purposely losing my first 2 games in every match I play so I can battle back, because I seem to be better at battling back than when I have a lead. Yeah. What's up, Brian? How you doing, bud? Brandon Birch has entered the building.
Entered the building? I thought he lived there as much as that guy's there.
He basically does. That guy works hard, man.
That was a good hit from there, but he might have left a shot for Gary on this one.
Yeah, he definitely does, but the 2-5 is pretty muddied up. Gary could come up. I mean, I don't know how he's going to play this, but he could try to come up around here and perhaps play a safe. I don't know. He could try to bank the 2.
Why not play the 2-5 combo in the corner?
He could do that. I thought the 4 is in the way, though. I think the 4 is in the way. From where I'm looking at it, it looks like the 4 is in the way.
Okay, it's tough to see on here. It looks like
it's tough to see on the stream, but I think the 4 is in the way.
Yeah, it must be if he's thinking about it this much.
I mean, there's not a ton of options. I mean, he could, put the cue ball around here and then try to play some kind of safe tucking the 2 into it. But honestly, I think probably coming off here and leaving the cue ball here and then trying to do something with it is probably the best play. I mean, he could have tried to break it out too, but I don't know. Now it's George's problem. George might go for the bank with the 2. It does clear the 3.
So I was going to say, sometimes the best option is let your opponent deal with it.
Sometimes. And George is going to let Gary deal with it, maybe, or just give himself another chance at it. Gary's going to go probably for a 2 or 3 rail kick here, which he is. Maybe he'll put himself in someone will be in better position for the breakout. And he has not had a legal hit, so George has got some decisions to make here. Is George going to go for a combo? Looks like it goes. It's going to be a bank combo, though. Well, bank combo. If he doesn't make it, the 1 ball will probably be hidden behind the 6 if he doesn't hit it too hard. He did hit it too hard for the 1 to leak out, but he played the cue ball behind the 3. Well done.
Yeah, he's going to have a challenge here. I don't know. He's got a path to the 1 ball.
He does. He does. He just got to come here and play with a little bit of English to get on it. So it's not a great path, but that's his only
That's the
shot.
only option.
I mean, he could come up here, possibly, but yeah, I mean that actually might be an easier hit because he can clear this 6. But he is going this way. He's just got to spin it. Gary called the 1 ball in the corner. He's got a clean hit for sure, but he did not make it. George is going to have a straight-in shot, and he will have to deal with this too. I don't think he's got the angle for a breakout here, but he might. More than likely, he's going to leave himself here to deal with it. 2 ball bank does go there. Maybe a safe opportunity. Put the 2 around here. Let's see where he gets first, obviously.
I mean, if he's aggressive, it looks like he's hitting this 1 thin enough to come back into the 2-5.
Yeah. He might be calling the 10 ball here. Yeah, he did, and he made it. Nice shot.
Wow.
Terry Cole, Savannah Easton's going to play the winner of this match. Possibly on this table. George Rothrock up 8-5. This is a race to 10. This is the top 4 on the winner side. Winner goes to the hot seat match against Savannah Easton. Solid break from George. 4 ball goes on the side, although the cue ball has drifted. Gary's going to have ball in hand. 1 ball doesn't have an offensive opportunity unless he wants to bank it with this big pocket of the 10. More than likely, he's going to play safe, but I don't know. He could bank it if he wants to get offensive and go for the relatively simple run out after that. 1-5 goes if he wants to try it. That's a viable shot. He's looking at that. He's going to play safe. Terry Cole, you can rest assured that the Savannah match will be streamed. I'm not sure on what table, but it'll probably be on this one. So Gary playing a solid safe. Not an easy ball to hit here. No, just one rail, actually. Not too tough for George. So he's thinking about it, but the one rail kick obviously is probably the most logical choice, I would think. George is thinking hard about this one. Elsewhere in the tournament, Francisco Alvarez Garcia is down 3-2 versus Bruno Mejas. Winner of that goes into the third and fourth place match. And Lucas Taylor is waiting on the loser of this match. I didn't see George call anything. I looked away for a second.
He came back and hit a couple balls there, didn't he?
Yeah, that's definitely a foul.
Yeah, he hit the 8 and the 9.
Yeah. Gary probably saw it, I'm guessing, but he's not.
Doesn't look like it.
Gary didn't see it. He's straight in, but he didn't see it. I am not acting as a referee, so I cannot say anything. But if they were to ask me, I would have verified it. Gary, I think, just said, hey, I'm straight in on the one. Or he didn't see it. You come back here for the 5 on the side? Probably.
I don't know if you can avoid that 9 if you're drawing off that
rail.
rail.
No, the other. Oh yeah, you're right. You might not be able to.
I tried. Yeah, it's just I think it was too steep to get above the 5 ball. He would have ran into the 9.
Ooh, he bunked the safe. George has got a straight shot on this 5. No, I mean straight, but he can see it clearly enough to make it, and it's not a very difficult shot. So that is a bad mistake from Gary. Nice shot from George. George went for 5 hundo in the auction, so he was a high bid or higher one of the higher bids. Gary went for 380. Savannah was the highest bid at 700. Oh, George might have drawn this back into the pocket. Not slowed up enough. So now he's in a tough spot here. Do you just push this forward and play a 10-ball bank? Do you try to juice it and get on the 10 in this position? I believe making the 9 and setting up for a 10-ball bank is probably the best shot. The 9 could go in the side, but I think it's tough. I can't tell. On the screen, it looks like it does. If that's the case, then sure, play it. If that's the case, yeah, you play down here for the 10. gotta go watch a hit, Jeff.
Yep. I played that nicely. All right, George first to get to the hill. Again, the winner of this will play Savannah. Constantine will need to figure out what table it'll be on. But either way, it'll be streamed with commentary, I'm sure. All right, dry break for George. Gary looking at the one, going away from the 2-ball. Should be able to draw out of this and be able to shoot the 2 in the same pocket.
What did I miss, Jeff?
You got good on the 3-ball, just a little bit unfortunate because makes playing the 4 a little bit tougher. I can't tell if that
the 4-8 does go.
It does go, okay. A nice shot, chancing out here to bring it within 3. Give a fighting chance to get back in this.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. So whoever wins this match will play Savannah Easton. It'll probably be a 5 or 10 minute break. We'll see. That'll most likely be back on this table. Dry break from Gary, who has not been breaking well this match. I do not believe the 1 goes by the 7. I'm looking down the barrel of it. I can confirm that. Probable best shot here for George is to just tap the 1 forward and play safe behind the 7. I don't see a lot of other options, although he could hit the 1 on the left side and play a different style of safe, leaving the cue ball around that 4-9, but that's not a good safe. So there's really one option for him as far as I can tell here. I mean, he could try to carry him the 7 in, but that's a not a good shot. So
Looks like you see the full 1, right?
he can see the full 1. He just can't get it past the 7, so he's got to just tap it and use the 7 as a blocker. I don't see another option for him, which is what he has done. He hit it really well. Gary has a 1-rail kick. No real offensive shots unless he wants to be zany and come down where this 2 is, but he's not going to do that. The chip tournament is starting to form.
Yeah, chip tournament was a little crazy the last couple of weeks with all VNEA being in town. They had
it's going to be like that today too. Yeah.
Yeah. They had.
Is VNA over?
Yeah, I think yesterday morning was the last day. But
VNEA has its own handicapping system. I've never played it, but it has its own handicapping system, right?
Yeah, the CSR I think they use. And I was talking to Vern Felt. I ran into him Friday night. He was at GRIFF'S, him and Sabrina, and he was telling me about it. And I think they've had a lot of slack just because it's something new, just like Fargo when it first started. But he was saying he played. They're assigning by brackets or by divisions, just like BCA, and it's probably going to take him a little while to get it worked out. But he was of the impression they had some very skilled players that were previous VNEA champions playing in the open division or in the lower division still because the CSR was not fully developed.
Right. But, handicapping's never tough.
Anywhere you have a handicap, you're going to have people bitch about it.
For sure. Gary's got an open shot on this 1. How to get on the 2 isn't quite as easy. I do believe he can push it forward and miss that 7, but it's close. From there, he'd have to use, I don't know. That's a tough one. I think he'd have to really stroke it, and then to hit it that hard, he might end up bumping into that 7. He could try to power draw it back, but I don't think he's going to do that. Might be a chance to play safe here, actually. I'm not sure he can get back on this 2 effectively, but that's Gary ONOMORA, though, so obviously he can. Nice shot.
Simber, I don't know. This game doesn't work, Simber.
How is it? Is it working?
It's not working.
I want to work it.
Yeah, I forgot to hit mute.
I can't help you, Simber. Play a different game.
No, it's not.
Okay, no more phone.
No, it's my phone.
Okay, then no crying. Get in the boss chair. No crying. I can't help. I don't know. Look.
I can't mute Jeff for anybody who's wondering.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. My daughter's screaming about.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
No worries, but we're just laughing about it.
The joy of having a 4-year-old.
Yeah.
And trying to do something at the same time.
Gary looks like he's playing inside with this. Yeah, just to avoid the side pocket, I guess. All right, so good opportunity here for Gary. Nothing too complicated here. He might have to get this on the other side of the 6, so might have to just play this right around center. As long as he gets anywhere around here, he's good. That'll work. Although he's got kind of a weird angle here, he can't play it in the corner effectively because the side he's going to hit he might hit the corner of the side pocket. So that's actually is not where he wanted to be at all. But I think he's got an angle where he can draw off the 6 in the side and play the 7. Not easy, but this is like within a half centimeter probably the place he didn't want to be. If he was a little more either way, he'd be okay. He's
looks
just
like if he goes forward, he hits the tit. If he can stop shot it and make the 6, it just makes it a lot harder on the 7.
Yeah, this is literally the one place on the table I think he didn't want to be. A lot to think about here. I can't tell from where I'm sitting, but I think the 6, he can make it in the side, but I think the natural angle takes him almost into the 7, and that's obviously a very short runway to play it where that corner pocket is. If he draws it back, he might be able to miss the pocket, but I think he's just got to take his medicine here and shoot the 6, and maybe it'll bump into the corner and just leave himself a tough shot on the 7. I think that's probably what he's got to do here. Got to take what the table. I don't see another option. I mean, he's not going to draw it back and try to get on the 7 or anything like that. So it's. I mean, he could play the 6 and try to collide into the 7, but all kinds of stuff can go wrong there. So let's see what he does. My vote is for pushing it forward and just taking a tough cut on the 7, which is exactly what he's looking at.
Yeah, that's the best you could do. There, 7 looks frozen. He's going to have to go up and down table to get on that 8. I don't think he'd have a tough time trying to hold it.
Part of the problem with this shot, obviously, is this like there's no real easy shape on the 8. Unless you're Gary ONOMORA, then there's easy.
I didn't see playing that into the 10. That was a smart shot, though.
No, there's a lot of. I mean, look, not much that could have gone wrong as far as getting behind anything there. It's you got a good roll hitting the 10, obviously, but nice recovery from Gary on that tough shape on the 6. Jeff, I'm going to step away for just 1 second.
No problem. Gary pulls within 2, trying to make the best out of this he can. For all the Savannah fans in the chat, she should be up on this table at the conclusion of this match. So she'll be playing the winner of this match. And it will be back up on this table, so they will probably take a short break and then come right back up. Dry break, but it's not going to hurt him too bad. He can see an edge of this 1. I don't know if he can make enough to make it, but that 2 is going to be the challenge in this rack. If he can't see all of that 1 to make it, he's going to have we may even see a push here.
Jeff, I just got a beautiful plate of shrimp blackened tacos, so I'll be in and out. So I'm not chomping. I'll be muting in and off, but
no problem. I've been doing the same thing. I'm trying to eat 2 at the same time.
You've also been fighting with a 4-year-old.
Yeah, I like your lunch better than mine. All right, George, take a quick break.
Looks like he did, but he's walking back to the table. It's been a great match. A lot of back and forth here. It's good. Both players thinking, playing generally well. Not too many mistakes, but
yeah, I was saying if he can't see all of the 1 here, I don't know the benefit because it's not an easy save. It might be better with the push.
he tried to kick and stick.
Didn't quite get as far over with the 1 ball as he was hoping for. Well, this would be an interesting shot. He's either going to draw back and clear the 2-8 or try and bump the 8. Yeah, I got enough of it to play safe, bring the cue ball back around to the 5. I think.
I don't see many other options. Yeah, He has hit it very well, and this is a very tough ball for George to hit. Probably got to come down here. I mean, that's really the only. I don't see another really way. Maybe come here and draw it and loop-de-loop, but that's not a great,
That's
not a
tough.
high profile.
Yeah, he can't get between that 5-7. Huh?
He can. You could do this and come here with draw and swerve, but it's not easy.
No, I mean he doesn't have a line. He doesn't have a line between these to come off and thin that too.
No, I don't think so. He might, but I don't think so. If he does, obviously that's the best way.
Yeah, he's going the bottom rail.
Wow, nice hit.
Yeah.
Didn't get a lovely roll, but still a nice hit. Solid shot by Gary there. He's pushed a little forward. I think he's got a good line on that 4. Gary's playing with confidence, letting the stroke out a little bit. I think the 7 goes by the 9, but I can't really tell. It might not. If it doesn't, it might be a little problematic. He's got enough room to cheat this back here, but he could also come here for 7 to the side. I'm not sure the 7 goes here, though. Probably doesn't, or he probably would have already shot if it did. Are we heading to a hill thriller? One way away from
Looks that Bailey. That'd be a heck of a comeback for Gary.
it. Yeah, he was down the whole match, basically. All right, well done. immediately after this match is done, you'll see Savannah Easton. It will be on a new stream. That's just the way the system works on GRIFF'S TV. So keep an eye out for that. Nice break from Gary. He can see the 2, I think, but I'm not sure he can make it. In fact, I know he can't make it because he just threw his hands up in there. It's about as safe as you can get, though. I don't think Francisco can get past his 7. I'm sorry, George can get past his 7.
And he's in a bit of a pickle here.
Well, he tried to one rail that with extreme English. That was a really hard shot. So Gary, not an easy run out, but he can pick it apart. Wow. Gary is disappointed with his shape, but I think he did pretty good there, navigating all his balls. But the 5 is tied up now, so what to do with that? I mean, maybe just stun back for that. Coming around here, you're going to mess with a lot of stuff. Maybe coming forward. I think stunning back like this is the way, but he's shooting dead ball, so Looks like he's shooting with a little right, so he might be trying to come around a little differently. Concentrate on making the 4, obviously, which he has done. Oh, he hit that good. Wow.
Yeah, what a good shot. Gary's on a mission here.
Yeah, for sure. I wonder if he's got too much angle, he's going to collide into the 7, which I can tell he already does because he's shaking his head. So, I mean, it's a tough shot. He's got enough angle maybe to come off here with English. That's a tough shot. The 7's in the way. I mean, at that point, you play safe. You can't be anywhere here, obviously, for this ball.
I mean, he could draw back and play the 6 all the way down. He's just got to get the cue ball against.
He's got to hit it perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
got to get that cue tight to the rail.
Yeah, he might not have enough angle to do this idea. I mean, you could also force follow it, push the 7 this way, and get the cue around here.
Or he plays safe and puts his cue right behind the 7.
Oh, he hit it good.
Yeah. Now he's good, I think, because he can stop shot this. He's got that opening in the side pocket where he still can.
Yeah, he had like an inch and a half to play with. You know.
But it's not like he's freezing that cue to the rail. He's got the jaws of that pocket, which means he could still play the full cue ball.
Yeah, and even if he hit it bad, he could have played a corner hook, possibly. But he hit a great shot.
Well, that was different.
Interesting choice to play a draw for the side pocket. I thought he'd just play a stop shot there, but. Hill Thriller.
That's what, 4 in a row for Gary, right?
I believe it was 9-5 at one point, yeah. And I mean, George hasn't really done anything wrong. It's just pool, man. He's gotten bad rolls. It's been funny. He's been left a little wonky. He's been kicking out a lot of balls. I don't think I've seen him shoot an offensive shot during this 4-rack run. George just said to me, I want to see this guy's ID. He's got a good attitude about it. But yeah, he's pretty much been stuck fist bump obligatory. He's pretty much been just kicking at balls for 4 racks. Gary's had him just trapped, played well. And I'm trying to think back if I saw an offensive shot from George in the last 4 racks, and I don't think I have. Solid break, but nothing goes in. So George finally gets an offensive shot, and he's got a good-looking rack here. I'm assuming that 2 goes by the 5. Looks like it does. I mean, 3 to the 4 may be a challenge here, but not much of one. 6 isn't in a horrible spot. It's not great. You could set yourself anywhere on the table for that 7-8.
Yeah, I think the only challenge is going to be the 5 to the 6 here.
I don't think well, never mind. Sorry. I mixed up my balls. Yeah, I mean, 5 to the 6, just because of where the 9 is, you really have to be kind of like here, you know?
Yeah.
And he's left himself a straight draw. I mean, there's a window between. No,
That's tight. It looks like he has to come back just a couple inches to get in that window, but
yeah, maybe like come
risky.
around here, but now he's drawn. So I mean, like now he's like, is he going to come up here? You know, this is not easy. Because if you draw back, first of all, you got this to worry about, and then like you draw back here, and it's whatever. It's a shot. I mean, that's probably his best option. He could cheat the pocket and come 1, 2, 3 like this. Probably the best way because he's got that big runway. But if he hits it wrong, he's behind the 9. And if he hits it wrong the other way, he's over here. So that's tough. He's drawing it. So, he just played it through the window. Yep.
Yeah, did he make it?
I mean, he hit it confidently as a stop shot,
yeah.
so it must have been a good window. I mean, from here, you just make it and put the cue ball out there. And
oh, goodness.
Goodness gracious. What a break for Gary.
He could see the whole ball, so he had the window right. He just missed a shot.
And George, to his credit, just walked over and sat down and, like,
hung his head.
What a break for Gary. Just got to make sure to not get on the wrong side of this combo. I think I probably would have played the 7 in the corner, which is what he did anyway. Okay.
Yeah, he's got a straightforward. So 2 local players going to face off in the hot seat, Gary and Savannah.
Wow, tough break for George, but he will have a chance to come back.
Guys, this stream will be ending as soon as this 10 ball's pocketed, but keep an eye out for the stream, and it will be right back up in a few minutes with Savannah and Gary.
All right, thanks everybody. Yep, we'll be back on in a second. Next up on table 2, Gary, let me know if you need to take a little bit of a break. It's going to be the hot seat match and the $400 buy-in, 680 and under. 2 Vegas locals, Gary ONOMORA and Savannah Easton, will be streaming live if you want to watch it from your seats on table 2. Lucas Taylor, you're on deck. George, I'm sure, is going to take a little bit of a break. You'll be up soon. Let me get back to you on that. Lucas, I'm going to put you on 3 when they're done, so you're not going to be right up.